third phase of moon.
That's right. We are live. Welcome back, everybody. Wow. It is my pleasure again to be with you, and we are live, taking your calls from around the world. And Third Phase Moon on our YouTube channel is blowing up big. Record-breaking views, record-breaking information getting out. The world is waking up that we are not alone on this planet, Earth. Did you know that Third Phase Moon started about 7 years ago? And the whole mission of Third Phase Moon was to get to you. That's right, you, the public. Get the information out to the world because the public knows what's going down. Let me tell you, the governments aren't going to be telling us anything. That's right. That's right. They're not going to tell you anything. They've already had their chance, and they've made their decisions. And they're going to keep it suppressed. But the people are witnessing these things. They're experiencing them on first-hand accounts via video, via alien implants. Let me tell you, Third Phase of Moon is the place to be if you want to hear the truth in regards to the UFO phenomenon right now. And if you've got something you want to share to the world tonight, call in 347-934-0378 and press number 1 on your keypad, and you'll be taken straight to the top of the list of callers so we can get to the most important information that people want to get out. So let's get to it, everybody. Welcome to Third Phase of Moon. Let's bring them in. 5 Third Phase Moon. Hey, thanks for waiting. How you doing tonight?
Oh, pretty good. How about you?
Hey, doing pretty good. So where are you calling in from? What's your name?
Well, my name's Chris, and I'm calling here from West Virginia area.
All right, Chris. Well, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. You got something you want to share to the world tonight?
Yeah, I'm kind of got to make this kind of quick. You know, I'm an ex-military man. I've served in the Army for a few years, and I actually went AWOL for a period of time, and they ended up catching up with me, and I went and spent some time in Fort Sill where they did some weird ways of being pretty much conforming you in a certain sense to try to make you understand their ways. And a lot of time I was lucky enough I was able to get out. I kept on rebellion. I was always put in submission holds and so on and so forth. But that's another story. The reason I'm calling is because of the stuff that I learned while there. And this all stems back from Murray Island. I don't know if you know what that is exactly. You ever heard of a report about Murray Island?
The Murray Islands?
Murray Island, yeah, the Murray Island incident that about 1947. You remember that?
Yeah, this was kind of in the news lately. Tell the world about it. Tell the world. I'm sure not everybody knows about it, and I'm sure they want to hear about it. Give some background. Some background on this.
All right. Basically, Murray Island, there was a saucer that crashed. During this time, there was a few witnesses. However, supposedly the men in black had come there and told the residents that they weren't allowed to tell them, not to speak a word of it, so on and so forth. But that, at that moment in time, was when everything dawned for this, what we have today, our government. And I will explain a little bit more of that as best I can. Since that time, coming, I think it was about 1956, when he was finally confronted, which was General Duval. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but he also, down the line, he eventually said it was a hoax, but there was so much different evidence there that was very credible to the witnesses and such, and statements that they had gotten. And that was pretty much the dawn of a new technological era. It wasn't Roswell. That was just an added bonus, basically.
So was this craft? This craft was shot down, or was it? Or did it crash?
No,
Did this happen before Roswell? You're saying?
The witnesses stated that they were watching this event, and there were multiple other UFOs around this certain UFO that seemed to be having mechanical problems. More or less, they couldn't understand what it was going on, but it was like they saw them, and the one completely lost control and ended up crashing into the island. And it was these fishermen that had saw it. And everything that has happened from this incident has formed our so-called Central Intelligence Agency, and the way we have been so secretive about things since then. I mean, it dates back so long ago. Like, the way these people are nowadays, they don't realize the severity of what's really about to happen. And I'm pretty freaking scared, man. Like, I know way too much, and I'm literally scared. And I don't know what to do. But it's just everything is like, I wish I could write it down in a book, and I don't have that skill to really do that and really explain everything from start to finish. It's just so much, and I just hope and pray and that everything and everybody in this United States is safe.
What are you really afraid of? What do you think's going to happen to you and the world?
Things have been happening in this world that a lot of people have been too blind to see, and the arrogance of a lot has come to pass, and just through mainstream media, through they call fake news and so on and so forth. The bad part about this is the fake news is real news, and the real news is the fake news. And it's scary.
Man, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay, man.
They don't.
You got your back. Don't worry about it.
No, you don't.
Hold on.
It's a pretty bad thing, and I do apologize. I'm not trying to scare everybody, but that's just how I feel about the situation at hand. And just, I wish I could inform more people. Wish I could inform people out there how dangerous our time is right now. And it has to do a lot.
Wait a second. You're telling the world right now. You're talking to the world right now. What do we need to do to prepare for whatever we need to be prepared for? You need to tell me.
Regardless of race, sex, creed, whoever you are out there, we need to stand together as one, no matter what, against the corruption, against the deception, and we want the truth. I mean, we as a people deserve it, no matter what. Even if it does hurt our feelings, we need to know the truth. We need to understand why they want to do this. It would be a great thing if this world would really open their eyes. A lot of people have, and it's just we need more to really understand the severity of implications and the consequences behind them. And I hope that one day that we can all be united, as one, no matter what your race is, sex, color, creed, it doesn't matter. We all are human, and we all need to stand together.
Well, I think there's people out there that, with all the news out there, Let me tell you, there's a lot of news out there that people are being susceptible to. And we at Third Phase of Moon, we try to report on facts. We talk to the public, we let them speak, and we do follow-ups. We share people's videos. We ask when, where, and who shot them. And then that's about as big as you're going to go. It's as fair as you can go. I just wish that if you got some insight, it seems like you're concerned about something. Why? You said you work for the military and you were AWOL.
Right.
Why were you AWOL? Why did you go AWOL?
I was scared of what I found out and things that I just didn't want to be a part of, and I forced myself to stay over the 30-day period of being unaccountable in order to be considered AWOL, and then turned myself in, and then went through Fort Seal as it was pretty much like a transition center, so to speak. And I just, I was lucky. I got out of there and was able to I lived off the grid for a while. Traveled over the United States, saw places that I never thought I'd be able to see. And it just, one day I just realized how much I needed to say something to someone because I didn't know who to tell. And frankly honest, I didn't want to get the backlash from, media or, doing all that type of attention to myself. But I just wanted to thank you, though, for having me on here and allowing me to get some of this off my chest.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I know you're not alone with this. When people come on Third Phase Moon and they share this to the world, get a lot of stuff off their chest, just like you just did. And people are really, they can feel how you're coming across on this show, and you feel very genuine. So, Matt, thank you for calling in. Thanks for calling in. Keep in touch.
Hey, thank you.
Thanks for your service,
Definitely.
man. Thank you for your service.
And I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Wow. This is what Third Phase Moon's all about, letting the people speak, and we're going to keep doing it. Let's get to it right now. That was a good caller. Area code 323. You're live, Third Phase Moon. How you doing tonight?
How are you doing today?
Doing good.
Hi.
Doing good. It's how you doing? Where are you calling in from?
Me and my girlfriend are one. She's calling from California, and I'm calling from New Mexico. We both are on
Conference
two-way.
call?
Wow. Oh, so we got two people, California, Mexico,
Yes.
New Mexico. Let's get your guys' names, and what do you guys want to report tonight? Sounds like something important.
Well, I have like a weird story that my grandpa had told me right before he passed away.
Wow. Okay. So did your grandfather work for the government?
Yes, he did.
Do you know what kind of branch of government did he work for?
He never really got that far, I guess, because he really couldn't say, but I guess it might have been, I guess you could say, a little bit top secret because he couldn't really speak on it.
All right, so this is some kind of deathbed confession?
When you take something to your grave, but I guess he must have had to get it off his chest, I guess, so he pretty much...
This is good. Great. Before we get to this, incredible, it sounds amazing.
Uh-huh.
So who else is with us? You got somebody from New Mexico?
Well, my girlfriend, Angelica, and my name is Adam.
All right.
And she's
Angelica
from California.
And Adam.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, Angelica, how's it going tonight?
It's going good. Thank you so much for having us on here.
Hey, no problem. So I'm sure, Angelica, you've heard Adam's story, and now it's going to be shared to the world. Appreciate it. Let's get to it, Adam. Let's get to it.
Yes.
Okay, well, I guess before my grandfather passed away, he was always like kind of teasing, throwing hints that he had something pretty crazy to say. And we've always told him, well, what is it? But he said that one of these days I will share it. But we were like, whatever, man, And finally, like one day when he was passing away, he called me to go to him, and he was pretty much in his last breaths already. And some people could say that maybe, you know, he was pretty much hallucinating because he was dying or whatever you want to call it. But to me, I believe it was real. He's like, remember when I told you I was in like a mission and we were like at Antarctica or something like that? I told him, yeah. And he was like, well, a lot of people talk about like a hole in the earth and stuff like that. And I'm like, yes. And he was like, well, there's really a hole in the North or Antarctica or North or South Pole or whatever. And he was said that place is like the Hell's Gate. Like he's seen like creatures, demons. And that's why I was putting two to two together, is that's why like all these people like, I guess like Buzz Lightyear and all them or whoever, you know, they like to go over there and have their special little trips. And I'm thinking something big is over there. And he told me that when he was there, they had to control that. That's why they don't let people fly zone through there, and they don't let people visit there, because there's like demons that live in the hole. It ain't aliens, they're more demonic. So there's something else that lives in the hole. So he told me that there was a hole, so it goes from the north to the south. So that pretty much freaked me out.
Well, all kidding aside, did you just say Buzz Lightyear? You meant Buzz Aldrin.
I did say Buzz Lightyear because that was the dude from the Toy Story. But Buzz, you know who I'm talking about, the NASA guy.
Buzz Aldrin, the astronaut.
Yes,
astronaut,
I always make fun of him, and I call him Buzz Lightyear.
No problem. You know, when you're talking about what your grandfather was saying, that's happening up there. And, Buzz Aldrin, and, you know, we had John Kerry up there, and a secret one by President Obama. So you got these high officials going to the Antarctic, looking, in my opinion, looking at something that they're keeping secret from the world. And it makes perfect sense to me of what your grandfather is explaining. But, man, it kind of gave me a little bit of shivers when you said that it's an open portal to hell. Wow, that's heavy.
Yeah, because the one tweet, I guess, that Buzz had put, and then he deleted it supposedly, was something that said that he put a picture of a pyramid or something too, and he said something about it's evil and that we're gonna die or something like that. And if you look that up, he had posted that up recently before he went to the hospital or when he was in the hospital, and he took it right off. So whatever he saw, pretty much freaked him out.
Well, you know what? To me, what your grandfather told you is more important, because you're listening to this firsthand. Now, what Buzz Aldrin deleted or not, I'm not exactly sure if this is legitimate. I've still
exactly.
I didn't want to report on that one because, I like sources that have first contact, and you're having first contact with your grandfather. So to me, that's firsthand testimony. It doesn't get much better than this. And what would your girlfriend Angelica like to add to this? She's talking in the background.
I'm sorry. It scared me. It scared me because I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, she got stories too. Just tell him what you seen the other day about the light in California, the lights that were dancing around in the sky.
I don't know if I'll have time for that, but finish telling him what happened with your grandfather, because I don't.
Well, that's basically it. He said that whatever he witnessed over there, it was pretty much evil, and it was something that they keep secret, and they don't keep it to the public, and that's why they don't let people go there or fly over there, because right there is pretty much like Hell's Gate.
That's frightening.
I mean, it's
there is this.
Believe in it.
There's some incredible Google Map imagery that we've shared via Third Phase Moon just recently, as John Kerry was making his visit. We recently discovered of what looks to be some kind of. It almost looks like a creature hiding within some kind of hole in the ice. But this thing's massive.
Really?
This thing's got to be huge. It's got to be huge. And then we've had massive, like, orca toothfish fighting a megalodon or an orca.
Oh
Who
my
knows?
God.
Just weird creatures. And it's all on Google Earth. It's amazing stuff. And the clear as day. You gotta look at this stuff. I'll actually put it on our Third Phase of Moon radio show tonight when I put it up on our YouTube channel in comparison to all this crazy stuff. So it's amazing. So when your grandfather says that these creatures are over there, it just basically sends shivers up my spine. But it makes me happy too. It makes me happy.
Yeah, he said that some of them were like even like tall as even like I guess if you want to say like even like a light pole size. Like some of them were even like that size. Yeah, like big and small ones, but big ones.
You know, there's a lot of creatures out there that we're very unaware of. But let me tell you, it might not be a portal to hell. Maybe your grandfather got it maybe wrong there, but who knows? What did he say? What the mission was? Why was he flying over the Antarctic?
No, he wasn't flying over there. He was stationed over there. And I think what they were doing is like how I say, there's army people now, and what they do is they stay there and they don't let people go or they don't let people fly there. He was one of the people.
Guarding it?
Yeah, I believe he was one of the people that were guarding it. That's what he was doing. And the way he explained it, he can't really say that it was a portal of hell because he didn't go in there. But when he seen these creatures that looked demonic, as in we were told how demonic beings look, they look demonic to him. So what he right away thought is these things were demonic because, of course, he knows what aliens look like too. And he said that they weren't, you know, they look more like demons, you know, with horns or you know, big teeth or claws, not like, you know, little gray aliens or reptilians. They were pretty much like creatures, like coming in.
Well, you know,
and out
they gotta dig through ice. They gotta dig through this glacier ice. It's as solid as a rock. They gotta traverse, and there's who knows what they gotta fight with over there. You could imagine that these things would have claws the size of a full-size human being. Like these things are massive.
Yep. Exactly. So it was just a story that he told me. He shared down with me. I mean, he told me a lot of different stories, and you know, and he's never been the type to me that likes to like make up stories or anything. And it took us, I want to say, about 11 years for him to finally tell us that story. Well, tell me that story, you know, because he teased it, and finally when he did kick it, then that's when he finally told me, you know, like, hey, you know, when I was always telling you about this situation, this is basically what was going on, and I just want to let you know that, you know, it's not all peaches and creams like what they say that the North and the South Pole is, because when I was stationed there, you know, there was like big demonic creatures, and he was like, I believe that is hell, and that's what the way he explained it to me, you know.
Incredible. It's just, to me, when we hear stuff like this, confirming what we've been reporting on at Third Phase Moon for the past month in regards to the Antarctic and these massive creatures that have been spotted on Google Earth, and now all the activity by the highest officials known on the planet Earth visiting there. An astronaut was medevaced out of there. Buzz Aldrin visited. Apparently there's this email out there said he wanted to warn everybody. Not sure if that's legit, but I know what we reported on as far as Jim Carrey, Buzz Aldrin visiting, and as well as a secret possible visit by Obama. There's action going on over there, and now we get this from Adam, who called in on our Monday night radio show, and I got to say, this is a darn good call. This is what we want, and I got a feeling. Why would his grandfather say anything that would be so untrue? Why would he tell these kids he's growing up that he's got a story for them, and now he's finally going to reveal it because he knows time's short? And this is exactly what happens all the time. So Adam and Angelica, wow, how old was your grandfather when he and yourself when you heard this story. You there? Got it. Sorry. How you doing? You're back.
Oh.
Adam, you there?
We're here. I hope he's
hey,
there.
Adam,
I'm here.
Adam, so
can you hear me?
Okay, great. Gotcha. It's loud and clear. Great. So
I
how
heard
old
the
were
story
you when?
Probably I heard the story probably like 3 years ago, around 3 years ago, because that's when he passed away, and my grandpa would have probably been, I want to say about 80. I want to say about 83, 84, around there.
Wow,
about
so
83, 84.
Yep. So what about his? Was he married? Did his wife ever hear about this story? Did you talk about it with her afterwards?
I've always asked my grandma about anything about that, but she's always said that he was always secretive of everything. But she would always say that when he would come home and for his short little visits, that he would always like be kind of like spaced out, kind of like not all there. She would always ask him like, what's going on, couldn't really talk to her about it. But she kind of had a feeling that it was something to do with his job duty.
Maybe they gave him something.
Well, who knows? She just didn't really, she really just respected it, especially for being, old school and back in the day. But I had asked her,
was your grandmother religious? Was she might have been scared of what her husband was talking about, being that the demons and a portal to hell? Maybe.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, she would have, been all, all praying and all this stuff, and all that. But the truth of the matter is, when he said this, if it's demons or not, or it's another species living down there, or
dimension.
Whatever,
could be another
or
dimension,
another dimension, anything. All I know is that what he told me is there's something there, and then that's what makes me wonder, like, why they go over there, why they guard it, why they don't let, and then another, the Pope went over there with this other high priest from somewhere else that went to go supposedly bless the waters. Like all this weird stuff is going on, you know what I mean? And it's just like something's there, and they don't want us to know what it is. But I think in time, we're all going to know what it is, and I think whatever is there is going to get loose. And if you ever heard the term hell on earth, I think that's probably what's going to happen. And eventually we'll find out what's going to happen, because they can't hold it forever.
I'm not looking forward to that. God forbid.
It'll leak, no matter what it is. Creatures, a dimension, whatever it is, something's going to happen. And we'll all go through it.
Oh, God.
So, Adam, what was your grandfather's name?
His name was John.
So John told you that we're all going to die.
Well, he really didn't say we're all going to die. He just basically told me that there's something there, and what he's seen was not good, basically. You know what I mean? So he really didn't say, well, hey, grandson, come over here. I'm going to let you know that whatever's there, you guys are all going to die. It was basically, what I saw there is not good, and I've been holding this all this time, and I will swear not to say nothing, and not even your grandma knows, basically. But since I got no time and I'm doing my last breath on the bed, this is what's going on. And just want to let you know that all that stuff that is happening on the North Pole, South Pole, whatever it is, that there is a hole, and there is creatures that look demonic, and they pretty much live there. So that's pretty much what he said, But far as for us to die, I don't know about that. If it escapes or whatever they are, you never know. We all might be doomed.
God forbid.
Well, Adam, this is why we do Third Phase Moon Radio, to get whistleblowers, and coming from a source as your grandfather. This is what it's all about, and it's the real deal. This is the real deal, people. And what we just heard from Adam's grandfather John, is something that we need to think about, especially with all the evidence that we've been seeing lately coming out of the Antarctic. So let me tell you, tell your friends. Hold on, it's going to be a wild ride. Adam, Angelica, hey, thanks for joining us tonight. What an amazing experience.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you, guys. Thank you for calling in.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Got you.
Bye.
Now, that was cool, people. And guess what? We're going to do it again this Friday. Same time, everybody, taking your calls from around the world. And be sure to stay tuned to Third Phase of Moon for daily updates in regards to the UFO phenomenon happening pretty much 24/7. You just never know what the heck is going to go down and what's going to be up in the skies, because there's billions of you that have cell phones now. And they're starting to look up. They're starting to look up and believe that we're not alone. And the cameras and the technology, they're getting so amazing. It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. So everybody, keep your eyes on the skies. Join me Friday night, Third Phase of Moon Radio. I want to thank Kayoko, #1, for joining us. Eric Salvador. I want to thank Tanner Brown and Lord Danu. Appreciate it. And all the other people, Brandon Blount and Eric. Thanks again, guys. Thanks again. And people are asking, where is Jack? Where is Jack? That's a good question. Where is he? He's been out. Nothing coming in via Gmails. You know, I don't like to bug people. I like them to reach out to me. You know, if things are going down, I don't want to pressure it. But everybody's asking, where's Jack? So I'm going to give him a simple email tonight and tell him, what's up? Where are you? Is everything okay? How's the dog? Everybody stand by. Blake Cousins, you have a good night. Stay safe, everybody.